Well, this isn't a showstopper, but it sure slowed it down.
0 North Mont, apartment 4, open 911 line. Anyhow, the units at 279
OG out here with you on the side of Danger Mountain in the woods of Idaho. I'm bringing you a kind of an interesting little device. This one actually shocked me. Out here in the field, I got shocked.
How neat is that? That's pretty neat.
This is the DNT Hydra, a 3-in-1 thermal for a rather affordable price that even us doughy middle-aged dads can handle. Not a super tactical thing, but I think you're going to like this. Let's take a look at it out here in the field and we'll do some shooting with it too. Welcome back to OG's Danger Show. So the folks over at DNT a while back sent me one of their thermal devices and I was very impressed with it. I really liked it a lot. I was so impressed with it, however, that I gave it to a buddy of mine. I actually sent it back to a friend of mine in Texas because he needed some thermal. Well, DNT recently reached out to me and they asked me if I'd like to try their Hydra 3-in-1 thermal device. They said it would probably be the best for my viewers, the average doughy middle-aged dad who just wants something simple and not all that crazy expensive to defend his home, his ranch, his property, and be able to, I don't know, see things in the dark, see things out there in the woods through a thermal scope. Now I got to admit, I'm a little underwhelmed with these things when they come to me in the mail. At first I don't really understand them. I'm not a super technical guy. That probably doesn't surprise you. But something like this, it takes me a minute to figure out. The DNT Hydra was so dang simple that I didn't even really need to read the instructions. I played around with the buttons on this thing, and in about 10 or 15 minutes, I actually had this thing all figured out. The menu inside is so unbelievably intuitive that, I don't know, it's kind of like an iPhone. You just start playing with it, and before long, you've managed to program everything you need for your uses. Now here's the cool thing about the DNT Hydra that sets it apart from the other ones. This is a 3-in-1 thermal device. 3-in-1? OG, I ain't into no menage a trois. Okay, it's nothing weird like that, but this device allows you to use it in 3 different modes, and I'm going to show you those modes here real quick. So today I have this thing mounted on my rifle. This is the CMMG BR4 Descent. Love this little rifle. It's got a Vortex scope on it, the Vortex Strike Eagle, nothing special, very low end, kind of an entry level LPVO, but it was a great host for this DNT Hydra to be mounted in front. I hate the term clip-on. They call this mode clip-on. Clip-on to me kind of indicates that it's not really hooked on there very well. It's just barely attached. I will tell you, DNT sent me this American Defense Manufacturing, ADM's QD mount. Now, your Hydra, if you order it, is not going to come with that mount unless you order that separately. But they were nice enough so that I could get this straight onto a rifle. They were nice enough to send this cool little QD mount that allowed me to snap this Hydra directly in front of my LPVO to have what we call a clip-on mode. Now, let me tell you why this is actually the mode that sort of surprised me. I'll go with this mode first because this is probably my favorite and probably how this rifle, or at least this optic, is going to live on a rifle. I am a big fan of having an optic that can also go thermal. Some of the problems with the thermal that I've reviewed in the past, some of the night vision, is that it is dedicated to the top of your rifle. When you're out there shooting, you've got to look through a thermal device all the time. And in the case of some other DNT optics offerings, you do have a daylight mode, but you're reliant on that battery to always be giving you a digital picture. If the battery goes down for some reason or something goes wrong with an electronic device while you're out in the woods, you are screwed. Your scope no longer works. It's just a big aluminum tube. The reason I like this is because this thing can come off and on as needed, and I've still got an LPVO backing it up for daylight use. Now, you might notice here in the video, if you look really closely, this LPVO is not perfectly centered onto the DNT Hydra, and I'll tell you why that doesn't actually matter. If I had my druthers, I'd probably put on another millimeter or 2 higher rings here to bring those things in alignment, but it is not all that necessary. One of the things you can do with your DNT Hydra, one of the features, is you can turn off the reticle. Now it's just a thermal device. It's looking across the hillside for things that are warm, but you don't have a dedicated reticle in there. I found in clip-on mode, it is easiest to turn off the reticle and just use the Vortex's reticle looking through there. Now I only have one reticle. I don't have to try and align those two reticles to make my shots, making things much simpler, and that is kind of the OG way. Okay, we've activated the recording button. I'm hoping that we're recording here with sound. I'm going to put some rounds on that steel target. You guys can't see this in your view, but I'm looking through the Vortex Strike Eagle's reticle, and which happens to be illuminated reticle. I guess I could turn that on too. And now I'm able to put my illuminated reticle from the scope on the steel target looking through the thermal. Let's try some rounds once our safety's off. So apparently I'm already on target. I hit the steel. I don't know if you guys are able to see this. Let me try and zoom in here. But that steel target is actually showing me bright marks where the rounds are impacting. Now the Hydra is tiny. It's actually very small compared to the other things I've been sent. It's only 13 ounces, and it's probably barely taller than a soda can and much thinner. It's made out of one single block of aluminum. It's very compact. It's 8 inches by 2 3/4 inches by 2 inches. So it fits nicely on any kind of a rifle in addition to a scope. Now the Hydra charges, well, two different ways. You can either plug it in directly to your power cord and directly into your computer or a wall outlet, charge it right there on your desk. But DNT also includes 2 of these 18650 batteries, and the batteries are, well, easily marked there, even for dummies like me with a plus and a minus side. They include a charger that will take 2 of these 18650 batteries, so you can charge these things up. Now these things are available just about anywhere. You can get 18650 batteries on Amazon. You can get them just about anywhere milk is sold, and you can keep a whole pocket full of these things and essentially work all night or all day with your optic. You can wirelessly, that's right, wirelessly connect this to the DNT Optics app on your phone and download all of the video and all of the images that came off of this directly to your phone. And did I mention it records audio as well as video? And again, to be able to send that directly to my phone, even while out here in the field, all it needs is Wi-Fi between the two devices. You do not have to be in a cell service area. You don't have to be in a Wi-Fi zone. These two devices talk to each other through Bluetooth or sorcery or smoke and mirrors or something like that, and you are able to get all of your images, your video, and your still pictures with audio straight onto your phone, and then text them to all your buddies and tell them what a badass you are. By the way, this American Defense Manufacturing mount, they do sell on their website if you want to get it directly from them. It's $89. So yes, I'm super lucky that they sent it to me so that I could get this thing going right away. Hey, real quick, I want to thank my Patreon donors. You guys have kept this channel alive for the whole time it's been in existence. I'm constantly battling YouTube monetization, and that's a whole different topic for a different time. But if you guys are interested in supporting this show, if you like this content and you want to help us, down here in the description section, here, is a link to our Patreon page. Patreon donors get all these videos released the night before they come out on YouTube, and I have all kinds of giveaways in my office that I send out to Patreon donors first, and sometimes that's the only people who get that stuff anyway. And I want to thank all of my current Patreon donors. Whether or not this show should exist, I don't know. I don't know why you guys watch it, but these guys in Patreon believe in this show and they like helping support the show, and I want to thank them very much for their support of OG's Danger Show. The DNT Hydra line has 4 different color palettes. So it's almost 1 in the morning. It is pitch black out here. Can't even see my hand in front of my face, and This is the kind of image we're getting through thermal. And let me try and show you here. There we have black hot, animals in a field. Red hot, that's not bad. Iron hot. And see, although it looks kind of cool, it's also very distracting. It's not as easy, I don't think, to discern where your heat sources are. That cow looks like it's made out of the sun. White hot seems to be the most logical, at least for my eye. That makes it very clear out here what is warm against the grass. DNT offers a 3-year warranty on these Hydras. So if anything goes wrong with it, and I really doubt anything could go wrong with it, you can just send it back to their factory in Texas, not overseas, and they will fix or replace that Hydra for you at no charge to you. And so here's the best part. If you end up ordering your DNT Hydra, whether it's the entry level, the mid level, or the high level, if you go to their website, and who knows, people down in the comment section might be talking about the Hydra and how to go and find it directly. I don't know, they might even leave links, maybe at the top of the comment section. But you're also going to find a discount code at the top of that comment section, and that discount code, OGDS10, will save you 10% off of the cost of this scope. Now, somehow I have lost the audio to this section of the video, and I told you earlier that I'm not a smart man. Don't say I didn't warn you. But guess what? I've had to live with me most of my life. So instead, I'm just going to dub this over like a 1970s Japanese karate movie. So I wanted to show you the next mode of this optic. It can obviously be mounted directly to the rifle without any additional optics. DNT includes this riser with the Hydra so that you can mount your optic directly to the top rail of your rifle. Now, while this is a very stable and very solid mounting position, I'm not crazy about having a rifle that is 100% dedicated to thermal optics at all times. As we've stated before, if somehow the batteries went out on this thing, or you just wanted a nice clear daylight picture, you are out of luck unless you unbolt this riser and reattach your new optic. So for me, this one's a no-go. I've started making this Hydra part of my dog walking kit that I hang here in this Hill People Gear bag on my chest. In addition to a flashing beacon, a knife, a multi-tool, some doggy bags, as well as a compact pistol, this Hydra can actually come in handy because I walk my dogs out in the woods, and it's nice to be able to scan around in the evening and determine if there's any kind of big creatures out there that want to come over and eat my dogs. So I started adding it to my kit here in its handheld standalone mode, and that's actually very handy. Let's make sure the woods are safe from all cougars, even the kind that hang out at the hotel bar. So here's the two dogs and a neighbor's car. You can tell the heat underneath, you can tell the heat on the tires, and especially look at that engine compartment. That's kind of cool for telling when somebody drove away or arrived. Well, that's about all I have for you. This is a very good optic. This is a great entry-level option for most of us that can get us into thermal without spending $3,000 So if you like an object like this, I don't know, check the description section below and there might be a link to where you can find it and a discount code to save you 10%. Hey, I appreciate you guys stopping by for another episode of OG's Danger Show Foolishness. You guys stay safe out there. Stay armed whenever and wherever you can, even in the dark. And until next video, OG out.